Okay, we are back. The event just took place, the live stream actually. Well, for a variety of P40 series devices from Huawei. The one that I have today is the P40 Pro. This one is the matte gray color, but they put out so many models today, including a plus version of this. They put out a tremendous number of color options. There was the P40 regular version, so that makes P40, P40 Pro, P40 Pro Plus, and then the variety of color availability within there, all the way up to a pentacamera setup on the Pro Plus model. Funny enough, when I was watching the live stream, I was hoping that I would get the silver version, and that's what I got. Anyways, co-engineered with Leica, and if you look at the bottom side of the box there, part of the box, you can see explore it on App Gallery. So obviously Huawei is advertising their own app store in the absence of the Google stores, and they're gonna try to, they're gonna aim to get as many developers interested or excited about their app store as possible. They did name a few during the live broadcast. They're gonna want to expand that to keep people interested in this device and any of their devices going forward. Okay, so here is the phone. Oh, interesting. That kind of looks different than what I expected for the color. It's got a little more blue tone to it. It's really shimmery and cool looking though. So it is a matte finish that's on there. Color. Now this back, being this matte finish, makes it quite a bit different than what you're seeing in the marketplace. Of course, I've seen it before. This combination of matte finish, which still has a shimmer to it and a bit of a reflectiveness, but still mostly matte. It included kind of basic clear case just to get you protected straight out the gate. This is just your USB cable to charge it up, USB Type-C. Something that was really exciting that they announced, 40-watt wireless charging for the Pro Plus model. For me, I get excited about weird things, including very fast charging, and if it can be wireless, that's just even more of a bonus. But this one does include a fast charging power brick, supercharged power brick, which is also 40 watts. Yeah, right there, supercharged 40 watts max from the wired connection, and they also give you some Type-C earbuds. There's no headphone jack, obviously. Because I should also mention, of course, Huawei makes their fully wireless earbuds, the FreeBuds 3, and if you head over to my Twitter account right now, there's a giveaway for 2 of these, in fact, as well as 2 of these guys. Watch GT2. This is the 2-week battery smartwatch. So all you have to do is retweet a tweet. That's it. It's pretty simple. So go check that out. Okay, here is the device. And I'm going to go ahead and boot it up real quick. Now it has a pill style cutout on the front for your front facing cameras, but this implementation is actually a little bit different because it's a single 32 megapixel camera and then an IR, which is going to help with more secure face unlock. This is cool too, how the frame of the device, you can see it sort of juts up in the corners. You see how it sort of just juts up in the corner there? Yeah, I mean, and then drops back down for your waterfall edge along the side. A USB Type-C connector on the bottom, and that's where your speaker is as well. And we have our SIM card tray in that location also. Around the side of the device is where you're going to find your power switch as well as your volume rocker. This is going to give you an idea of that screen to body ratio and just how that bezel operates with the waterfall design. There's a bit more of a bezel than showed up in the presentation, but somehow the curvature of the glass and the reflection that it creates actually allows for a greater impression screen to body ratio than might actually be there, especially on the forehead here. Of course, we're in a pretty crazy territory right now for screen to body ratio and just how aggressive manufacturers are getting. I think it's just sort of a science fiction effect where you feel like you're holding all screen, and that can be exciting. You kind of want to feel like you're holding the future, and that's the whole initiative with these screen types. All right, so for unlock options, we have fingerprint, which is in display, and we have face recognition. Now, I'm a fan of face unlock when it works quickly. I hate it when there's any kind of delay to it or secondary step. I've used the optical based face unlocks on various devices, But the question, the problem is whether or not they're properly secure. Of course, you've seen on this channel, I've used pictures of myself, videos of myself to unlock other devices that are strictly optical. So it appears that Huawei's angle here is to go with the more secure style face unlock, including IR. And then on the Apple side, you don't get the fingerprint unlock in conjunction, which I think a lot of people would like, having both versions. Devices I've used where I have both options, there are times where it's more convenient to use the fingerprint and times where it's more convenient to use the face unlock. Set up face recognition and include enable raise to wake. This is the ultimate setup. You just lift it up. Okay, cool. All right, there isn't this activity, which existed in the past with other manufacturers, not necessary. Now it asks to do a fingerprint as well, so I might as well do that. Okay, so the device is set up now. I'm gonna blast the brightness for you to give you an idea of what that OLED is looking like. There you go, that's full pop brightness. This also gives you an idea of the camera cutout that you can see at the top there. Considerations with this when you're doing front-facing images, you gotta tilt it just a little bit because it is off-center. Advantage there is it's a bit less distracting as having a large notch in the center of the display when you're watching video and stuff like that. By default, a lot of manufacturers still have the two-stage thing where you have to swipe up after it identifies you. Now, often you can turn that off. It feels so much faster without the slide. So this is something I wish Apple let you do, to directly go into the interface when it sees your face. I understand the advantage of the two-step thing. There's something so satisfying about just hitting the switch and being in. It almost feels, whoa, what? Huh? Hang on. It's crazy fast, all right? Hold up. It's instant. It's a very, very quick face unlock, in-display fingerprint as a secondary option. So I like this. I think a lot of other manufacturers should have this, do this. Face plus fingerprint. It's the right way to go. All right, now obviously the camera setup, that's a big deal. You're gonna be very interested. This is kind of the trend. I mean, obviously you're aware of it. It's like these things are increasingly becoming cameras with smartphones in them. The widest shot we can get. So that is a pretty cool image. Now I know it's just a bottle of water, but surprisingly, it got some detail out of it and it managed the exposure in a really difficult environment more towards the text and the blue portion of the bottle. Now keep in mind, this is the ultra wide, but they still have a pretty big aperture on their ultra wide camera. The 1X camera is gonna outperform on almost any smartphone. Probably just in overall kind of sharpness and detail, I would say so. But it's a different camera for a different purpose, right? Now we have 5X, boom, and I might as well, while I'm here, do a quick 10X as well. All right, so this is pretty wild. You can see the versatility of camera options. All right, so this is what you're gonna get with 10X, and then if we swipe over, that's your 5X shot, and then we move over, that's your standard 1X, and that's your ultra wide right there. It's a lot of versatility. Smartphones in 2020 gotta bring the versatility, particularly in the camera department. I guess I'll load up some Lou later real quick. Also, I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's been on the live streams on the Lou Later channel. As I've sort of been dealing with the solo enterprise here at the studio, I'm trying to, I rearranged things. And you remember yesterday when I was on here, I had no audio on the jump.
It's that way. It's that way.
Almost forgot we have to do a selfie. Let's go ahead. I'm going to turn the beauty effects off so you see the beard hairs as nature intended. And let's go ahead and grab one real quick. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that is beyond. That is tremendous detail. I hope you can appreciate it there. There's a beard hair off to the side there, jumping off the face. Needing a trim. They've been doing it in the camera department, no doubt. I was sitting there thinking about previous events I went to when I first saw night mode, and I was blown away when they started putting a tremendous number of cameras on there. And now, of course, you check the industry, and it's like everybody's got these cameras, everybody's got the night mode. During the presentation, you can go back and watch it. It's on the channel. They were citing some camera specs on this thing that were bananas. All that aside, it's impossible to really look at this phone and talk about this phone without referencing the fact fact that Google is really not involved. And if you're in a part of the world where you rely on Google services, you need to know that as it stands, there's obviously conflict, not necessarily conflict between the companies, the software companies, service providers, and Huawei. There's restrictions in place that are not allowing those companies to work together. Will that be the case forever? Of course, I don't know. Nobody knows. In the meantime, Huawei has its own app gallery. Is it going to have what you need? Of course, you're going to have to take a look for yourself. Now, I know the power users are out there saying, I don't care. I'm just going to sideload my app. I'm going to mod it up. I'm going to completely configure it the way that I want. And that's fine. Those people are going to exist. But as far as out of the box, as far as software updates go and so forth, it's kind of some untested waters. So it's important to put that disclaimer out there. For the time being, this phone, not so Google. Granted, as you saw, you jump into the browser, you still get on YouTube. I mean, it's not an impossible hurdle to overcome. It's just it's a thing you need to be aware of. So the new silver color matte finish with the tremendous camera module on there. This is the Pro version. I do want to check out the Pro Plus and the supercharger, wireless supercharger at 40 watts. It is the new P40 Pro from Huawei.
Well. That was, guys, I mean, definitely एक ज़रा हट के मैं वीडियो लेकर आया था unboxing, which is recently के Huawei का P40 जो है ना वो लॉन्च हुआ, P40, P40 Pro और P40 Plus. और यार ये बंदा जो है ना unboxing therapy, this is, I'm like, he is, यार मुझे अब तक जितने भी अनबॉक्सिंग के जो है ना वो वीडियोस देखे हुए, यार ये सबसे बेस्ट है. दी इज़ द वन ऑफ द बेस्ट वन. यार ये बंदा कैसे करता है यार, ऐसे ऐसे चीज़ें, ऐसे ऐसे वर्ड बोल रहा होता है यार कि बंदे को हमने कि अभी भी वो अकेला काम कर रहा है. ठीक है, शायद मैंने पिक्चर पे एक और बंदे को नोटिस किया है कि नहीं किया, आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट दैट, बट सिंस दैट आई एम वाचिंग, मतलब कि यार कि वो जाहिर सी बात है लाइव भी आया था ये कल रात को, विच आई कुडंट एबल टू वॉच इट ड्यू टू माई वर्क पर्पस. बट जो प्रीवियस वीडियोस जो अब तक जो मैं देख कर आ रहा हूँ यार, ही इज़ टोटली डूइंग इट बाय, मतलब अकेला ही काम कर रहा है पूरे. वो इसके पास काफ़ी जैक है मेरे ख्याल से, उस पर ल्यू है. ठीक है, जो इसका मेरा ख्याल है फ्रेंड वो जो चाइनीज़ टाइप का, कोरियन टाइप का है. ठीक है, तो एक और बंदा था, आई एम नॉट श्योर, आई फॉरगॉट हिज नेम. तो यार इसका एक पूरा एक ग्रुप है, लेकिन ये अकेला आजकल काम कर रहा है ड्यू टू कोरोना वायरस. और यार इट्स डूइंग ए बेस्ट थिंग. और P40 यार, आई फॉल इन लव विद इट एक्सेप्ट द फ्रंट कैमरा. डेफिनेटली यार वो यार सैमसंग का जो 20 और नोट 10 से ऑनवर्ड जो आया, जो सेंटर में जो है होल पंच, और Z फ्लिप का भी यार, दैट इज़ फैंटास्टिक, दैट इज़ लिटरली फैंटास्टिक. वो बहुत छोटा है यार, नोट 10 से भी छोटा है, S20 अल्ट्रा पे है. ठीक है, और उन्होंने एकदम से S10 से S20 पे लेकर गए यार, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो यूनिक थिंग. और S20 अल्ट्रा वो ऐसा लग रहा था जैसे ड्रैगन बॉल Z का अल्ट्रा इंस्टिंक्ट नहीं होता, उस तरह का चीज़ लग रहा था मुझे यार. दैट इज़ ऑसम, बेस्ट ऑफ बेस्ट यार. तो आई थिंक कट टू द चेस, हम लाइक शॉर्ट करते हैं वीडियो को. ऑब्वियसली पहले अनबॉक्सिंग वीडियो काफ़ी लेंथी था, तो I'm like the video is all overall is fantastic. I mean obviously उसके पास क्रू नहीं थे, बंदे नहीं थे, तो इसलिए जो है ना वो वीडियो एडिटिंग पे थोड़ा सा ज़रा लैक हो रहा था, जो पहले की तरह जो होता था उस तरह का नहीं था. ठीक है, तो इसलिए आई विल जस्ट प्रेफर कि यार कि विल बी 8 out of 10. पर अनबॉक्सिंग इज़ गुड. कैमरा रिजल्ट बहुत अच्छा है बैक का यार, हर चीज़ क्लियर दिखा रहा. और उसका जो फेस अनलॉकिंग जो उसने वो किया था, वो जितना शॉक हुआ था ना, आई प्रेफर कि यार कि उसने कैमरे ने फेस अनलॉकिंग जो है ना वो सेकंड भी नहीं लगाएगा. लाइक फोर्थ पार्ट जो है ना, इतनी स्पीड, मतलब कि 0.025 सेकंड पे उसने लॉक किया होना. जिस तरह का उसका एक्सप्रेशन था ना, और फिंगरप्रिंट डेफिनेटली वो भी उसने टेस्ट किया. सिर्फ इस वजह से नहीं दिखा पाया क्योंकि वो वाज अलोन. दैट वाज द रीज़न, अदरवाइज वो हर एंगल से दिखाता है कि भाई वीडियो किस तरह जा रहा है, कहाँ से जा रहा है, किस एंगल से जा रहा है। तो यार दैट वाज ऑल फॉर टुडेज वीडियो, और प्लीज़ अंडर कमेंट सेक्शन पे ज़रूर बताइएगा suggestions of any video, any kind of, we'll definitely look for that one to make a reaction on that video. और प्लीज़ जाते जाते सब्सक्राइब भी ज़रूर कीजिएगा, and do watch the previous videos as well. Take care. Ta ta.